about it either, so if you're confused, welcome to the club, high five. A tag is not something I thought I would ever do. I don't know why, it's just never really intrigued me. A YouTuber that I watch named Kenna, she actually inspired me to do these little space buns. She made a video called the spirituality tag, so I'm just gonna pick out my favorites and we're going to talk about them. Snapchat, stop that. Which is worse, failing or never trying? For sure failing, because you grow from your mistakes. When you fail, you can see what you did as a mistake or what you could have done differently. Never trying, that means you just completely gave up, and what are you gonna learn from that? Nothing. What is one thing you'd most like to change about the world? For sure, equality. I know a lot of stuff has been happening due to racial discrimination, and that's just not fair. I don't think someone's gender, skin color, or sexuality should determine how you treat them. Yay, doggy. I've gained a pupper. If you could offer a newborn child only one piece of advice, what would it be? Be yourself and don't change for anyone else, because that can get you so far in life. Hey! How come things that make you happy don't make everyone happy? Well, because everyone's different. Everyone has different environments and occasions that bring them joy. Like YouTube is something that makes me happy, but maybe sports is something that makes another person happy. The star has come. You're not gonna make the situation any better because I'm allergic to cats. But I don't let that get in the way of my happiness. I'm probably gonna die of an allergic reaction to cats, and I don't even care. Oh no, now there's hair literally everywhere. What is your happiest childhood memory and what makes it so special? When my family and I, we would go down to these trails and we would ride our bikes, but I was too young to ride my bike. I would just sit in this like caged thing with my dog, and then we would go to this fruit farm and my dog would sit with me up on this giant bench and I'd eat this buttered corn, and it was so good. And what are you doing? I kind of want to go back now. I mean, it's sorry, I just can't focus with my cat. What are you doing? Why do religions that support love cause so many wars? I believe that those religions cause wars because people who don't support in love don't understand what they're believing in. If you won $1 million, would you quit your job? Well, it depends if I was loving my job, because if so, then no. Maybe I would take a break from the job and just kind of adventure out in the world, but I wouldn't quit the job. What is the difference between being alive and truly living? I think being alive is just eating, sleeping, walking, doing complete normal things that we were meant to do. But truly living is experiencing life and making mistakes, doing things that not everyone does. Ooh, this one's kind of interesting. If we learn from our mistakes, why are we always so afraid to make a mistake? I think it's because we're scared of failure. A lot of people don't go after what they love because they're scared of failing. Would you be willing to reduce your life by 10 years to become extremely attractive or famous? Absolutely not. Because for sure I'm gonna end up having grandchildren and maybe possibly having great-grandchildren. I want to be the best figure that I could ever be for them. At what time in your recent past have you felt most passionate and alive? Where I live has the most beautiful sunsets ever. Everyone's Snapchats are always filled with orange and pink and blue skies. I know that when I eventually move one day, I'm going to miss that so dearly. And the other day I was driving in a convertible because my friend has one. I was just so immersed on the beautiful sky and the trees that were passing and how it looked like a silhouette, and I was just so happy, and that just made me feel so passionate, alive, and thankful to be where I was. If you had to move a state or country besides the one you currently live in, where would you move and why? I think you all know where this is gonna go, but for sure London. I just find such beauty in London. A lot of people that live there say it's not as amazing as everyone says, but that's because they've lived there their entire life. I've lived in such a small town where everything just stays the same. It's a party when a new restaurant comes into my town because we don't have much of that. Yeah, sure, living in LA would be cool, but when I think of living in London, I literally get butterflies. He's in this shelf. If happiness was the national currency, what kind of work would make you rich? Working for puppies and doing YouTube. Alright, that was my video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and I hope you learned something about me, and maybe you've learned something about yourself. I'll leave a link to the questions down below in case maybe you want to answer them for yourself. Also, if you want to follow me on social media, that'll be in the description below. So I will see all of you awesome people next Sunday. I don't know if I like them or not. Like, it's a look. It's a look that I like, but I really don't. Okay. All right. Goodbye.